again everybody, welcome back to the channel. And it's been a few weeks since I last posted. Combination really of work, horrendous weather, and the fact that February is a pretty quiet time of year really for the fishing around here. And I'm going to meet Chris down at our local beach at Brean in North Somerset in the hope of catching something. We've had 3 consecutive storms over the last few days, and we've got a little weather window this morning. It's currently 7:15 and we've got an 11 o'clock high, a middling tide 10.5 metres, and the forecast is for about 15-mile-an-hour southwesterly winds. So I'm going to meet Chris down there, and we'll dig some lug off the beach and give it a go for about 3 hours. As usual, we'll be fishing our usual rigs of pulley pennels. I've got some size 1/0s on there today, fishing straight lug. I'm not overly optimistic about our chances today, but having spent the last sort of 10 days or so inside going stir crazy, just really fancy getting out. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. It can't be any worse than just sat indoors doing nothing, so I'll see you on the beach shortly. Well, if there are any codling anywhere on the Bristol Channel, they've got to be in feeding after these storms, haven't they? I wouldn't hold my breath.
Oh, it's just a bit of tiny ones there are.
Yeah. Yeah, too many little codlets about.
Yeah.
Cool. There's plenty of lug about on the beach today. There we go, that's today's bait. Got 10 lug just dug off the beach. And it's about 3 hours before high now, so we can start to fish. We prefer using locally dug lug. In this very coloured water, you do need a nice smelly bait. I mean, we occasionally use squid. Fish bait tends to attract the ray and the conger, but in the winter really lug is supreme here. Looks alright. There's a bit more southerly in the wind than I would like. Tends to sort of be along across the beach rather than into us, but after the weather we've had, this is eminently fishable. So let's get a bait in the water. There's not too much seaweed in the sea, which is good. I think that's all been washed up in the last few days. I don't know if you can see Hinkley Point over there being caught by the sun. Right, there's no need to cast a long way here. A gentle lob initially is all you need. The tide's going to come racing in, so there may be a fish relatively close in this, so I'm just going to lob it about 50 yards. And I haven't put the grips in at the moment. That's fine. And then all that remains is just to walk back to the rod rests, letting line out as you go. I've got my old 30-year-old slosh here, and it's got well over 350 yards of line on it, of various colours, where I've added more line to it. Cool, it's biting the fingers today. The forecast is for the wind to get up later today and then be horrible again tomorrow. But we have this little weather window this morning, so if there's a chance to get out, we've taken it. Well, there we are, both rods are out. You can see the rods are quite low in the rod rests. That's because there's quite a strong southerly wind sweeping from left to right across the beach, and if the rods are too high you get such a bow in the line that it just pulls all your gear down to the right. But by keeping it low you sort of minimise that. No grips in at the moment because the sand is so soft that you can really get stuck in that. I'll maybe put the grips in further up the beach, we'll just see. Usually when a decent fish takes it, it just lifts the lead out of the sand and then goes down there towards Brean down. So the bites are quite easy to see. It's normally a loop of slack line, occasionally a really solid pull down, but more often than not just a load of slack. It'd be lovely to see that today. That's very pretty, isn't it, with the sunlight? It's a good surf. As you can see from the worm casts, it's a brilliant beach for collecting your own bait if you're prepared to dig for a bit. The blowlug here aren't huge, but they're very plentiful. The tide's moving in beautifully. Nice little bit of tabling waves. Ideal, really. If only there were some fish out there. Get a bit of a toe. I'm pretty straight, yeah, just at maybe 1 o'clock. Yeah, you'll be fine. Little codling, is it? Hey? Oh yeah. Yeah. Mine's tiny. exactly what his granddad. Oh well, a tiny codlet each, at least it's not a blank. I guess that's what to be expected in late February on the Bristol Channel. The sizable cod are few and far between, unfortunately. I'll have to have that one in, I think. I don't think it's anything substantial, but you never know. Probably little codling. Size. Yep. Another tiny codling. Back you go, matey. There's a little one there, I think. Another little codling. Well, you can only fish for what's in front of you. But unfortunately today, oh, that's what's in front of us. I've got bloody wet feet now. Come on then. There's a lovely tide out there. Oh, that one's a bit bigger. Oops. Slightly bigger, but again, at least £2 short of what we want. And that's about it, really. I think it's time to go. I just don't think there's any quantity of sizable cod out there at the moment. I mean, Chris and I have been fishing this beach now for over 30 years, and we know that our techniques that we use will catch cod if they're out there. So I can only surmise that there's not many out there at the moment. But it is February, and it's been a nice way to spend the morning. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully next time we'll have some decent fish to show you. So stay safe everyone, tight lines, and we'll see you soon. Cheers everyone.